Friday afternoon, and we are premiering Amitabh Bachchan, the ultimate professional. It's an Amitabh Bachchan film, Friday afternoon. What more you gonna get on Friday afternoon? Welcome to Profneel. Amitabh Bachchan, the ultimate professional. What is the secret to this septuagenarian, 80-year-old, old or young, Amitabh Bachchan, still number one from 1960s to now? What is the reason for that? Let's find out. For a man who was rejected by All India Radio as an announcer in the 60s, and then to be featured as a cover story of India Today magazine as a one man industry, it must have been quite a long, arduous walk for him. But his story began somewhere in 1969, where he got a role in a Bengali movie, a very small budget Mrinal Sen film, Bhuvan Shom. Not an acting role, but a voiceover artist. Uh, no heroine wanted to act with him in the Hindi film because he was supposed to be a street light, tall, thin baritone voice actor. So no heroine wanted him. Established heroine wanted him. But he found favor with Rishikesh Mukherjee in Anand in 1971, where he was paired with Rajesh Khanna, then the superstar, the first superstar of Hindi film industry. He made his presence felt, but it was not till 1972 that he got a role as a hero, a protagonist, the main protagonist, because Aruna Irani agreed to work with him. Aruna Irani then was star. She had done very many movies as a heroine. Bombay to Goa, and in that particular film, a couple of frames, he chews chewing gum, and the manner in which he chewed the chewing gum caught the attention of Salim Javed, the legendary script writers of you know what, which films. They recommended him for the role of Inspector Vijay in Zanjeer. Zanjeer was followed by Diwar was followed by Majboor, Sholay, Muqaddar Ka Singada, we know the list. It goes on. And he has cast such a spell on all of us. My generation, the one born in the 60s, late 60s and early 60s, and even the ones before that. And even today, last week his film released, Jhund. So a fan group of fans from the age of say 8 to 80 is quite a tall achievement for a man. So what makes this person tick with the film industry and the fans? His timing of entry was perfect. Rajesh Khanna was in the superstar, was getting a bit too big for his boots, arrogant, would never turn up for shooting, would turn up 48 hours late for shooting with his hangers on, dictate to the director what to be done, what is not to be done, would not be ready for the shoot. So all that, and the producers and directors were getting a little more than a little irked with him. And the society was changing at that time. The youth were very angry is the term, because unemployment was rife, inflation was going north. So they wanted a presence who would represent them. And in came in Diwar and the Zanjeer. In Diwar, he played the perfect anti-establishment protagonist, not getting employment and joins the coolie. So there, the youth found in them their role model, or rather, a cinematic expression of their frustration. And the angry young man became the hero, has been since then. And then he started and it's only after that that his height became his advantage, the same height that the heroines rejected him for, and the same baritone voice for which he didn't get a chance for in All India Radio became his assets to gain stardom. Once, But then that again is not the only reason. I mean, suppose just emoting, he's not very good. He's not excellent in emoting. As I talked to Ketan Desai when he was a guest in my hotel. Ketan Desai, the producer director, and also the son of legendary producer director Manmohan Desai. I asked him, Ketan bhai, what makes Amitabh Bachchan unique? He's emoting. I said he's not in the class of Yusuf bhai and Hari bhai. So what makes him unique? He says, यार शर्मिंदा कर देता है नील वो. I said, what? He embarrasses you? How? I said, you call him for a 6 o'clock shoot. He's there at 5 with his dialogues ready, with his makeup ready. As also, he knows the dialogues of all the other co stars. So he knows the timing of each star with whom he's acting, with the actors. And he opens the gate for the director. He says, up. Now, who would not like such an actor? And that reflects in his, if you notice, that reflects in his passion, his excellence, his perfection. He's going the extra mile for his getting everything right, for that getting the right the nuances of narration, intonation, the emoting, everything that he puts in. Tom Peters and Robert Waterman have chronicled the lessons of the best run companies of America in the seminal book In Search of Excellence. But after having read that, when I see Amitabh Bachchan and I read about him, I said, do I have to read that book? Here's this man who every moment practices excellence. And I'll tell you why. An acquaintance of mine was once had an honor of recording Mr. Bachchan for an audio clip for Indian Independence Day or Republic Day function. An audio clip to be played on a private radio channel, I think. And he expected that Mr. Bachchan would come on that particular day and read the 4 sentences or 6 sentences and record and leave. He was rather pleasantly shocked to get a message from Mr. Bachchan's office that please send the script a week in advance. Obviously, he wanted to rehearse that 5 or 6 sentences. He did that, and on the appointed date, he was there before the time, and he made everybody comfortable, checked the equipment, and then recorded. On the first take, my acquaintance said, sir, perfect, let's go ahead. He says, no. He did 8 recordings. And then he singled out one and said, take that one, that is the best one. If this is not search for excellence, what is? Professionalism, he got in, being on time, disciplined, with his dialogues and his makeup ready, and mix it with your search for excellence. What more does a person of that level, for anybody, need to be successful? He wore sneakers so that he could adjust his fractured toe when shooting for KBC because he didn't want the shooting to be stopped. Even though they had a lot of episodes in the bank, yet he did that. Excellence, his commitment. We know all about his medical issues. He's got a lot of medical issues as he keeps tweeting. He's in and out of surgery. But yet he goes on and on like old man river. He suffered a fatal injury, a near fatal injury in 1986 on the sets of film Coolie. But from there again, he came up and started shooting again. Any other man would have given up shooting, would have given up film and retired, but not him. That is the man we're talking about. His commitment, his dedication, his search for excellence, his professionalism. No wonder he's number one. And the industry which never had professionalism, he was the first person to bring in the flavor or professionalism, which the industry had no clue of professionalism. He brought in professionalism to become the one-man industry that he is, which is rightfully so. His credit, his crown that he wears. He must have learnt that hard work is always what pays. Because I've heard the story that when he was young, his father, the respected late Dr. Harivansh Rai Bachchan, would go for the mushairas and kavi sammelans and return late in the evening. And the son would dutifully wait for him. And as the father would come in tired, the son would ask him, Papa, पैसा कमाना बहुत मुश्किल है. His father, I believe, would smile and say, yes, beta. The roles reversed in the 70s when Amitabh Bachchan, the junior Bachchan, was doing triple shifts, leaving in the morning, early morning, and coming back late night. And the father would this time would be waiting for him, and when the junior Bachchan would come into the house, the senior would ask him, "Beta, paisa kamana bahut mushkil hai," and the son would say, "Yes, Papa." So what more? Hard work, passion, everything. We have lived during our teenage years. We've seen all his movies, and we mouth his one-liners so well. I mean, it's effortless. रिश्ते में हम तुम्हारे बाप लगते हैं. नाम है शहनशाह, but instead of शहनशाह, we would append our name for that effect. अम्मा मिला लो हाथ, सिकंदर ने बहुत कम लोगों से हाथ मिलाया है. And we would put in our name instead of Sikandar. That's how we identified with him, that 70s and 80s generation. As also, हम जहाँ खड़े होते हैं, लाइन वहीं से शुरू होती है. And of course, that final one, if someone told us, बेटा साइड हो जा, said we tell him, बाप को बेटा नहीं, फादर को बेटा नहीं कहते हैं, फादर को बाप कहते हैं, और तुम्हारे बाप तुम्हारे सामने खड़ा है. So all these one-liners, mouthing was fantastic, was good in those years. But it's very important to learn from him all these life lessons that he's taught us. So thank you, Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, for all the entertainment. But more importantly, thank you for not just giving us the chance to mouth or to repeat your one-liners from the films in the 70s and the 80s, even now, but to inspire us to learn lessons of hard work and search for excellence, and be dedicated to our craft with our passion. Embrace the search for excellence with passion and disciplined hard work to enjoy the turns of life and be the Shahenshah of your life.